Hey guys, Ripple is getting ready for another big pump. US banks will help XRP grow, and BitBoy Crypto talked about two powerful altcoins that everyone should have in their portfolio. Why will XRP be worth $100? And what is the biggest risk that BitBoy forgot to mention? Let's figure it out now. First Republic Bank lost 97% after customers began withdrawing their deposits en masse. JP Morgan bought out First Republic Bank with all the problems. Several large banks collapsed since March, raising concerns about the sustainability of the current financial system. What role will Ripple play here? And why might XRP be worth thousands of dollars? There has been a lot of talk lately about CBDC, and China is experimenting with the technology. Everything goes towards the fact that sooner or later, there will be a central bank digital currency for a wide audience. The question is, what kind of blockchain will this technology run on? If the banks don't want to reinvent the wheel, then Ripple would be perfect for a CBDC launch. To begin with, Ripple offers a complete platform for minting, managing, transacting, and destroying CBDCs. The Central Bank of Montenegro plans to develop a pilot program for a central bank digital currency with blockchain provider Ripple. Ripple cooperates with more than 100 banks around the world. Therefore, it will be very easy and fast to organize the launch of CBDC. Because of this, the XRP token can skyrocket faster than you think. All the infrastructure for launching CBDC is already in place. All that is left to wait for is the court decision on the case between Ripple and the SEC. BitBoy is convinced that the results will be known by June and July, and that Ripple will win. BitBoy Crypto believes that once the SEC wins, Ripple will be the only crypto asset that is not a security. Even Bitcoin will not have that status. Because of this, a lot of money will flow into XRP, and the price will go up a lot. You know that I rely on real numbers and statistics, so I am going to show you why XRP could very realistically be worth $100 or even more. Have you ever wondered why XRP has so many coins? 100 billion tokens looks impressive, but why so many coins? It's all about one important mechanism of Ripple. In my recent video on XRP, I explain how the on-demand liquidity mechanism works. In a nutshell, ODL will allow banks to send interbank transfers in XRP instead of currencies. It will be cheaper, faster, and even safer. So you need huge volumes of XRP to handle trillions of dollars in demand. SWIFT spends about $150 trillion a year, but SWIFT has a limit of $1.6 million per transaction. Now let's imagine that we need to transfer $1,000 billion each time using Ripple ODL. That is a total of $1 trillion. To do that, we need the entire Ripple network to be able to digest more than $1 trillion in volume. For a case like this to be realistic, we need XRP to be capitalized at $10 trillion. To find out the price of XRP, let's divide $10 trillion by 100 billion, the total number of tokens, and get $100 per XRP. That's over 200 X's of the current price. Do you believe in such a price? Let me know in the comments, please. $10 trillion is not that much when you compare it to other assets. For example, the capitalization of gold is $14 trillion, so a price of $100 for XRP is realistic. Now let's look at a more local scenario. On the daily chart, XRP has been in a long accumulation phase for almost a year. Let's look at where else there has been similar accumulation. Between 2019 and early 2021, XRP also traded in a sideways trend for a long time. There was another such accumulation in 2017. As you can see, all such periods ended up with an 8 to 12x drop. I don't think the current accumulation is an exception. Overall, I agree with BitBoy that Ripple is one of the most fundamental projects in the crypto market. In the second part of this video, let's talk about another sleeping giant with the richest people in this world behind it. And if you like my analysis, subscribe to the channel, please, not to miss another market pump. The next asset that BitBoy frequently mentions is Hedera, and if we look at HBAR's chart, we see a similar accumulation as XRP. In his video, BitBoy talks a lot about the fundamentals of the project, but he doesn't mention HBAR's price action and buy and sell zones. I'm going to break it all down in this video. But first, let's look at a bit of fundamental analysis. Hedera Hashgraph is a technology as an alternative to blockchain. To avoid getting into technical details, Hedera can process more than 10,000 transactions per second. By comparison, Visa can process 24,000 transactions per second. But Hedera has something to strive for, so it could compete with Visa in the future. Hedera is run by representatives of top companies such as Google, IBM, Ubisoft, and others. Hedera is also a green blockchain. Hedera has committed to being a carbon-negative public network through the purchase of quarterly carbon credits to offset the small amount of emissions from all public-facing infrastructure. This may not mean anything to you, but remember how the World Economic Forum constantly promotes the green agenda and how Bitcoin is hated because it is not environmentally friendly. Hedera has all the pretext to become a network of some big company like Google. And then you know what will happen to the price of the HBAR token. Now let's talk about price and perspectives of HBAR token. Let's start with a very important point. HBAR needs to surge 8 times for it to reach its all-time high. But for Hedera's capitalization to reach its maximum, it needs to surge only 3 times. How did this happen? The thing is that more coins appeared in the market, so the supply increased and it will be harder to grow now. I considered a similar scenario in my last optimism video. Let's compare HBAR dynamics in relation to market leaders, Bitcoin and Ethereum. That way we will know the real trend of HBAR token. In relation to Bitcoin, Hedera is at its lowest for the last year, all because it is Bitcoin season and altcoins are weak. Next, I have some bad news. On the HBAR ETH chart, the price has dropped to an all-time low. This is an indicator of weakness in Hedera against the entire altcoin market. It means liquidity is flowing into other projects, and it still needs time for the pump. Hedera shows weakness against many other blockchains like Cardano or Ripple. From this, we can conclude that right now the big players are not interested in a quick HBAR pump, and the token will grow slower than the rest of the crypto market. So if you want to buy HBAR for a quick profit, it's a bad idea. However, remember that I am not giving financial advice. That's all I have. I hope you learned a little more about Ripple and Hedera. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to the channel, please. Thanks for watching your Coin Post.